Hello everyone, welcome back to Nico Robinson's Chris channel. In this video, I'm going to bring you back the idea that I introduced in the very first video in my channel, that is the KaiLin combo. Plus, probably Hawkins, you can trash your opponent's life to death just within a turn, even though they still have 3 or 4 life. But just in case you're new to this combo, haven't heard around it, what this card Kaido and Linian from OP08 is all about is that when attacking, return all 10 of your downs. You can KO all the characters on the field, including yours. Then add up to 1 life from the top of your deck, and trash up to 1 card from your opponent's life as well. That makes this card look like either you will win the game or lose it right away if you cannot finish the game after the blow by Kaido and Lin. But things got changed since EB03. We have the new Nami. The on KO event allows you to bring out 1 additional character right after the clearance on the board. Then in EB04 we got Borsalino, which exactly fits in the requirement of Nami. So things get quite interesting here, isn't it? Let's go through the deck list. So I've added 8 music cards just to make sure I can get the cards that I need, and I have 7 blockers. Comes with a trigger event that can play it out from life, so to make sure we survive before we can activate Kaido and Linian's attacking event here. So maybe let's go through how I structure my game plan, then you will understand more how these cards work all together. So if I'm going first, and this is what I preferred more, in turn 1 of course we got nothing to do, I don't have seekers with cost 1 or below. Then in turn 2, we start to seek with the music cards whenever possible. These music cards can seek whatever cards that are cost 4 or more, regardless of its color. And do remember to start attacking with Nico Robin, use her effect, then you will have 6 downs in turn 3, where you can play out God Thread, or this Doflamingo in PRV02. Both cards get you an additional down. God Thread help you to clear out 1 of your opponent's character with cost 5 or below, and the downs being added is an active down. Whereas Doflamingo add a rested down, but itself is a 6k blocker, not bad, and has a 1k counter. Nice card. Again, do remember to attack with your leader's effect so that you have 10 downs finally in turn 4, and you can play out Kaido and Linian. Then in turn 5, you can play out 1 Nami, 1 Hawkins or 2 Hawkins to try to remove at least 2 life from your opponent, and plus Kaido and Linian when attacking effect, there are total 3 life being gone in that turn. Just in case you don't know Nami enough, its on play event is give up to 1 Resident card to the leader, then when your opponent has 3 or more life card, your opponent takes 1 card from the life to the hand. And in case we are going second, it's not that bad, because we can ensure ourselves go into 10 downs by turn 4. Not to worry not getting Doflamingo or God Thread on time, while also having capacity to play out Borsalino for stronger defense. And with 2 more downs left in turn 3, you can continue to seek for Nami or Kaido and Lin. That's not bad to go second either. Let's now check out how the turn 5 actually work out. So I play out the first Nami with 5 downs and attach 1 rested down to Robin. And if your opponent has 3 or more life, you can use Nami's effect to ask your opponent to take 1 card from the life to the hand. Next, you play a Hawkins ready for the on KO effect, and with 1 down left, you can play Nico Ophir, bumps Nico Robin into an 8k, plus 1 rested down, a 9k attack, banish. Next, we are activating the KO effect from Kaido and Lin. Add 1 life to you and trash 1 life from your opponent. Then resolving the KO effect of Hawkins, trash 1 more life from your opponent. Then Nami, flip 1 top card of your life. You can put out 1 6k or below character from your hand, and it could be Borsalino. That may add 1 more life from the top card of your deck plus itself is a blocker that make you so safe. So far you have added 2 life, removing 3 to 4 life from your opponent, plus Kaido and Linin hasn't resolved their attack yet, which is a 12k attack. Now, other than Borsalino, of course you can pull another Doflamingo, which can help you to add one more Razodon, or some other blockers that help to make your Kaido and Linin safe from being attacked. So if in case of playing Doflamingo from Nami's effect, you get one more Razodon, and this turn you may leave the attack of Robin until the end, so you can use the leader's effect to chase one more Razodon. So you start your turn 6 with 4 downs, playing out some cost 3 or below blockers, so to survive longer, then play out Borsalino next to keep on surviving. Finally, in turn you might have 10 downs again to activate Kaido and Linin's effect, play out one more Nami, and the loop can continue if your opponent cannot defeat you. Now back to the question when you sort from my deck list, there's one Nickel Luffy from OP05 that I would just leave a screenshot here for you to guess what it could be good in some occasions to play it out. So let's jump right into the game against Boa Hancock. It's a pity I cannot choose to go first, and with these cards on my hand, I think not too bad. I got a Seek card event, I got Hawkins. So starting from me, I start to Seek with the music card, and Kaido Linin is just right on my hand now. And it's opponent's turn because it's now visible to my opponent. Maybe Boa Hancock wants to start to play a little bit more aggressive. Okay, I will try to defend if I could. So just a 2k counter from a 6k attack. Then now I have 4 downs. Probably I should play slightly aggressive as well because Boa Hancock is also famous for keep on self-healing with Borsalino, with Solo from OP15 that I introduced in the last video as well. I used that in my Sky Island build too. So next, playing out the blocker from the standard deck. This is quite trouble. You have to take life if you KO her blocker. Alright, now I think because I need to survive, I decided to play El Doflamingo as a blocker, and I don't have to waste my cards in the hand in order to push me into 10 downs next turn. Okay, playing a Rayleigh, KO my Doflamingo, another 6k attack. Lucky I got 2k counter. I bet she wouldn't use the blocker, but in this she should because she knew I'm coming with the Kaido and Linin combo here. So I just played out, not attacking because she got a 6k blocker here, meaningless attack. So now she has to think whether she could rush it through, KO me, and like I mentioned, yes, 5k plays on a character with just 0 power, I'll take that. And just a little bit sad it's not another card with counter. So 6k from Rayleigh. I have a 2k counter Nickel Ovir. Of course I'll use that. So what she's suggesting here is that she might not have more downs to play out characters or cards that can keep on adding life card to her life. So now she just have 3 life cards and the last attack. I might just simply take that. Alright, I got Borsalino here. Right, so the game may look easy as it is. I play out Nami, and I got 1 Razodon attached. She has to take 1 life, and blow with another 7k attack because now her blocker is rested. She has to throw out some counters, or just simply take that. And she chose to throw out some counters. That is not smart, because I might just play a Hawkins next. That wasted some of the counters to defend for the final blow from Kaido and Linin, and now I'm attacking and returning 10 downs back, KO all characters on the field including mine. I will activate Hawkins' effect first, and then Nami's effect play out Borsalino, and I know the card from my life is a blocker, but that's not meaningful because her blocker asked me to take the card to my hand. But anyways, I just won with a 12k swing into her 0 life condition. So next we're against Mihawk, which is a popular leader against a lot of yellow leaders these days. I got lucky that I can go first here in this game, so start with 1 down, I got nothing to do and pass the turn back to Mihawk. So with 2 downs, usually they got a lot of seekers, stage card to draw one, so now he just play a Piranha, trying to seek for characters with slash attributes or event card. Then my turn. I'll just attack him with a 5k attack. Remember to use the leader's effect to add 1 rested down. So I have 3 downs left. I might play outside as a blocker because Mihawk can get quite aggressive throughout the mid game. So passing the turn back to him, he now got 4 downs here. Usually not being too aggressive just yet. So I don't want to waste my counters and he can rest my characters very soon. So I'll just give out the blocker right away. And another 6k attack, I don't have enough counters, but luckily I got a blocker triggered from a life that I can play it out right away. So next, I don't even want to risk to leaving Piranha on the field. Just use Godfred and then another 7k attack because I'm going first. I have to somehow discard a trigger card in order to add 1 more reset down so I can keep my tempo safe to play out KaiLin and KaiLin next turn with 10 downs. Alright, so back to Mihawk with 6 downs. Play out Smoker that can banish, which is a familiar skill that I have been using, which I'm afraid as well. Anyways, so just going all in from Mihawk and 8k attack. Now I'm thinking where to give out the blocker right now, but because he got a smoker, so I decided to take it first. And lucky enough, I got another blocker trigger from my life, so I have 2 blockers in total. Unless he has card later to rest both of my blockers, then that's another story. Anyways, just a simple 5k banish attack. He chose to take that, and I just play out KaiLin and KaiLin once again, as simple as that. So on his field, he got 1 banish attack capable character with Smoker, and I guess Kid and Killer wouldn't be used as a very strong attacking point. I still have 2 life left, so I should be safe to survive through next turn. And he just played out the Dead Man's Game event card that rests 2 of my blockers here, and he got 7 active downs right now. Testing me with a 7k banish attack, somehow I have to take that. Now I only have 1k counter in my hand. If he evenly distributes the downs enough, I might just lose this game. So let's see what he's gonna do. 7k attack. Lucky I got a trigger, and that helps me to pull in another 2k counter here, which is baby 5. And he saw me got a 2k counter. I was thinking he would play slightly defensive, but just all in. 7k attack. I just have the right amount of counters in my hand to survive through. So now, the bad news is I don't have much good card to be used together with KaiLin and KaiLin, but I used the seek card, the music card, to get Nami. So I asked him to take 1 card from life to hand, and then it's another 9k swing with banish. Can he defend that? Let's see. He would have to, if he can, because that's quite dangerous to take another 12k attack next. So he's calculating. Oh, he decided to just take it. So probably he doesn't have much counters on hand. 12k attack using Nami's event to play out Sao, a blocker. So first event card, put him into 8k and 9k. Okay, so the best he can defend is just 8k. That's why he have to take my 9k banish attack. Okay, and here comes the end of this video, and that's just how fast the game ends with KaiLin and KaiLin combo somehow. Again, I don't want to say this deck is the go-to deck for tournament, but it's fun enough to somehow play against some of the meta leaders, except, once again, Emu or Sky Island Luffy. Hope you enjoyed the video. You might test through in Heroine Cup, some standard battle, or some friendly meetup events. Give me some feedback how this deck worked out for you, or any ideas that this deck could be built better to really stand a chance to win in some flagship or huge event. See you next time.